BearPodcast 457.
It involves showing of more fur.
There's nothing like making a pig bottom squeal than using bacon lube.
Village there full of gays.
Hey, all you bears!
Okay, I just saw this on Facebook today. I think he's closeted. You think he's just closeted?
And I got my ass chewed out by other
Thanks, you the gay, the geek, and the bizarre.
people. Laying on the couch eating bonbons and his junk.
Just that I saw it on accident.
Do some sexting with
You're listening to BearPodcast.com.
He called and then he was freaked out. You're really bitter here.
I am very bitter.
Bitter.
It's been a
Party of
shitty
one
week.
over
It's
here.
bitter party of one right here. It's been a shitty week, let me tell you.
Welcome everyone to Bear Podcast. I am Nard.
And I am Ray. Welcome to the show. Hey,
Welcome
man.
to the show. Hey Ray,
How you doing?
how you doing? Very good.
How you mama doing?
Yes, it's episode 457.
Are we sure?
I'm quite sure this
Okay,
time because I put the wrong number when I was doing the
He
notes.
put 8, thinking of 8 inches, and, because he's the size queen.
But no, that's why I made it 7.
Mm-hmm.
457. What was that?
I don't
It's
know.
the wind. Oh my god!
Did the door open?
Did you lock the door?
I thought I did.
Somebody might come in and rape us. Oh my god!
I'll tell
Oh my god, we have to check. Is it locked? You might get raped. Did somebody get in? It's locked? Okay. Must have been the wind. No way.
Or your place is haunted all of a sudden.
Oh my god, I'm scared. Sorry guys, we got distracted by...
You know he's getting ready to hit his life alert and panic button around his neck.
But I haven't fallen. And I can get up.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So it's very windy here right now in Houston. And for some reason, the door kind of... the wind hit it. Whatever. Anyway, so welcome to episode 457, and this is a Bear Podcast, and it's actually a podcast based here in Houston, and like I said, Ray and I were just scared here. Well, I got scared anyway for the wind, because of the wind. It's getting
I don't
cold.
think you can rape the willing.
Yeah, that's right. It's getting warmer, although it's very windy but warm.
It's cold out there.
Well, today it was, but this maybe because I'm wearing a jacket.
That's probably why because you're wearing a jacket. But no, it's kind of chilly out there.
Kind of
right
chilly.
now.
It's a little chilly.
All those storms are moving over to the East Coast. Some
Actually,
more snow for all you northern people.
Actually, it's kind of weird because it was warm this
It was
morning.
gorgeous this morning.
It's gorgeous, and then it just dropped about probably 10 degrees.
Yeah, I walked outside after work and I was like, oh my God, it was like 70s. Now it's like 50 something.
Yeah. So let's do some weekend updates, Ray.
Happy National Margarita Day. I hope everybody got to celebrate National Margarita Day on
Today?
Friday. No, it was
25th?
Friday.
Last Friday?
Last Friday
Okay.
was National Margarita Day. So I went and celebrated that with Wayne and Robbie.
Did you drink a lot?
No, I had one. I'm a lightweight.
You're a screwdriver guy.
Oh, no. I can do a margarita, but they're very sweet. So, and they were like $10 a pops for a big one. So I was just like, yeah, I'll stick with that.
Oh, wow.
So
I'm not too fond of margaritas. Maybe it's a strawberry margarita.
it was a strawberry margarita.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it was all
It's
good.
always good.
So strawberry margarita and quesadillas.
That's all you ate?
That's all I ate. Yeah.
Sounds
nachos.
yummy.
It was good. And then afterward, we went and saw Beautiful Creatures.
And how is that?
It
It's a
was-
sci-fi, right?
It's sci-fi. It's
Sci-fi fantasy.
sci-fi fantasy, kind of like Twilight, but better.
Ooh, people who are watching or listening. Nothing's better than Twilight.
Well, the same
Oh my
guy
God.
that produced Twilight produced this, and all I got to say is kind of like being at home with my family, except there's not magic involved. Because there's a scene where the family gets together for a dinner, and they have this big fight, and everything starts spinning around. It gets kind of like that. It used to kind of get like that when I was a kid on holidays with all the family together, but no magic and stuff. But it's very much like being, and it's filmed, and it's supposedly set in Gilbert, South Carolina, so
Oh, okay. Near home.
near home, very near home, like down on the coast in the swamps and stuff. So
Okay.
along I-95.
Sounds exciting.
So, but that was good. Enjoyed that. And then, of course, Sunday was the Oscars. We went over to Hakeem's house.
Yes, we went to Hakeem's to watch the gay Super Bowl. which is the Oscars. I don't know what year it was. How many Oscars has there been?
85.
85.
85.
Yeah, we got to watch it, and we're gonna talk about that more later. I guess we have so much to say about the Oscars.
Yeah. What'd you do this weekend?
All right, so I really just stayed home. For some reason, I feel old. I was talking to you about this earlier. I feel older.
I look old too. But...
I look old too. God, have we been doing this podcast for how many years? 7 years now?
Yeah.
And almost 7 long years. And I was younger then. So I just want to stay home and just be a homebody and do some garden stuff. And what I did this weekend was to plant some of the squash and spinach and bok choy that I see. I'm so domesticated. Am I not? And then I went to Houston Garden Center to buy some more seeds for flowers. And then I made a flower box outside.
Where'd you exactly plant all this?
Where? Just outside over there.
You like put seeds in like pre-things so they start growing?
Yeah, I did that. And it grew, and then I put it there. But then
you might want to bring them in because if it's outside and it gets cold, they won't grow.
I know. So I think I screwed up that one. But I'm learning. It's my first year really to plan to plant, because last year we kind of started. Every year we usually just plant flowers, but this time I really want something that I can eat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I screwed up this one, but it's okay. I'm not really devastated about it, but I need to do some planning.
Okay.
And then I planted flowers. Remember before, a couple of years ago, when there was a storm, a branch fell on our fence and broke our fence. So that got fixed already. So there's extra plank and everything, extra wood. So from that, I cut it up a bit and made a flower bed using that.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of MacGyvered it a bit. So now I have
duct tape, did you?
No, I used nails. I have nails.
Okay.
I have power tools.
Okay.
A hammer and nail, that would do it. So I just hammered it a bit.
Vibrators don't count as power tools.
They're not?
No.
Oh, okay. But you attach it to power tools. Yeah, so I was able to make some a flower bed, and I'm trying to grow some flowers. Hopefully 10 to 15 days, it should grow some flowers maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to some blooming flowers during the spring. See, I'm that is so gay, isn't it? I'm gonna grow flowers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with my own
When he
vegetables.
starts competing in flower shows, we'll know he's
no.
finally over with. They
I'm
go
not-
into the state fair. Oh, look at my lovely begonias.
Oh, speaking of such about flowers, there's a part in one of the TV shows that I've been catching up with. I've been watching Downton Abbey, and it's a British soap opera, really.
Yes.
Have you seen any episode of it?
I watched the first season of it, and I haven't been able to check season 2 and 3. But that's because they made a deal with Amazon, and only Amazon online, I think, is carrying it. Is that where you're watching it?
Netflix.
You're watching season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1's on Netflix, and I don't know how much longer it's going to be in there because they made a deal with, I think, Amazon to carry it exclusively and stuff now, so it's all going to be going directly to.
Oh, okay.
I think that's right. It's Amazon.
If that's the case, I can get and watch it. Okay.
So
The rest of the season.
I don't have a Amazon Premium account though.
You don't want to get it. You don't want to get it. $80 a year? No.
Not yet.
Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, that's gonna change. I heard that they're going to switch to the same pricing as Netflix. So it's $7.99. $7.99 a month. So it's about $8.65, right? $8.65 with tax. So what I'm saying is they're going to try the same deal with Netflix, but of course they still have the free shipping and everything.
Yeah.
So that's a selling point. They still earn money. You probably add about a few bucks more, then you'll be, So I think it's still a good deal getting
Maybe if they
Amazon
do
Prime.
something like that, I might switch over to Amazon and get rid of Netflix.
Yeah, you should try that. Anyway, okay. So that's the weekend for us, I guess.
That's okay.
And very soon.
Boring, I know.
Boring. It's very boring. No, it's not boring. I tried to grow flowers.
Uh-huh.
And I've been watching Downton Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So one of the things that we did, something silly
something
that we did was this. If you're watching the video right now.
Yes, and we can all see Dave has no rhythm whatsoever. If y'all seen the video. Now, one guy could drop it like it's hot, not so much on Dave.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened to Dave. I thought he was having a seizure there for a moment.
We are talking about the Harlem Shake video at Bear Yoga that we did last week. And that was fun to make. It's really easy to do. And we got together. It's really getting old now, I guess, because, it's...
Everybody's tired of posting.
Everybody's trying to do it now.
Although the one I posted today on Facebook was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah? You posted another one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get to see it because I was at work.
That's funny.
I like the one with the scary thing. So
Yeah, that was funny.
Get back to work.
Yeah, get back to work. Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
I should say that to my friends, to my other friends, my coworkers, maybe who's been watching Harlem Shakes and Harlem Shake videos. But anyway, so we have about almost 3,000 views. Hopefully, we'll break 3,000 this week, maybe. And that's a lot. That's actually the third most viewed video of all the Bear Podcast videos that we have on YouTube. The top one is the video I made for Bear Force 1 in Amsterdam in 2007. That the last time I saw it was 70,000. And then the one with Eric from 2011, the water, is about the water thing. That's about 25,000 or more. And then supposedly the third one was Dave's video. No, wait, not that one.
I don't think Dave's been hit that much.
No, not too much. One of the hits actually is with the STP Bear in Wisconsin. There was a video. So this is actually getting a lot of video hits also. The Harlem Shake video. Yeah. So it's getting old already.
Yeah, it's old. It's old. Everybody stop making them.
Stop.
Stop.
Friends, do not let friends
make
Harlem Shake videos,
please. So
let's move on to our favorite topic, the gay Super Bowl.
Well, Oscars.
Okay.
Okay. Here's for all y'all that hadn't watched it all. If you recorded it because you're working last night, we're going to kind of recap some stuff. Best Picture winner, Argo.
I've seen that.
With Ben Affleck, George Clooney, and Grant Heslov. Is that how you say his name? Grant Heslov. So.
George Clooney is just the producer, right?
Well, yeah, all three of them producers.
Oh, yeah, that's right, all of them.
So, but Ben Affleck didn't get nominated for Best Director. He got snubbed, or at least that's what everybody was saying. He got snubbed. But it won a lot of awards last night. So I've got Best Picture. And I need to see it because I haven't watched it. Most of these movies I haven't seen yet.
Okay. But you know the premise, though.
Yeah.
Argo is the name of the movie they're pretending.
It's a sci-fi movie.
It's a sci-fi movie. So you should watch it. Yeah. It's very interesting. So it's when President Clinton back then made a debriefing. Is that how you say it?
Well, he released
declassified
a lot of
declassified. He declassified these papers. So and so Ben Affleck and the others made a movie out of it, which is great. I mean, did a good job. I got to see it with Mike, and it's really awesome. I mean,
what was the time frame of it? Was 76?
78, maybe, or even earlier, maybe.
It had to be during the Iran hostage crisis. That was
maybe 79.
No, that was 76.
76. Okay.
77.
I wasn't born yet.
I think it was 76 to 80 because Carter
was the president back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he stepped down in 80 and Reagan took over.
Yeah.
So one of the last things they did was get the hostages released. So, and I think this was after the thing had taken over. There were some they couldn't account for. And I think this is going in and getting those 6 people that were missing.
Yep.
That nobody ever knew about. So, and then of course, Best Actor in a Leading Role was Daniel Day-Lewis for Lincoln. He made history for winning 3 Best Actors in a Leading Role, which he was making a joke with, what's her name?
With Jack Nicholson? Oh, wait, with Meryl Streep?
Glenn Close.
Glenn Close?
With Glenn Close not Glenn Close, Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep, I slept since with Meryl Streep about switching for Iron Lady, him doing Iron Lady and her doing Lincoln, because they both tied with 3 Oscars, I think, for actress or best supporting actress or something like that.
You know, it's funny how they made the film, right? How did Daniel Day-Lewis act?
Well, he's a method actor, so he turns his whole personality, and he became Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
Which he said in his speech that he told, his wife over the last 15 years has been with a lot of different men.
Sleeping with different lot of men.
But do you know who she is? She's Arthur Miller's daughter, the playwright.
Oh, okay.
So that's who he married, was Arthur Miller's daughter. Arthur Miller and her mother have been together 40 years. Her mother's the one he married after Marilyn.
Okay.
Millie something, I think. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but I didn't realize that until I saw something posted on the internet about it today when they were talking about him giving a speech and recognizing his wife and who she was and everything like that. So she's in the biz. So then, of course, Best Actress in a Leading Role went to Jennifer Lawrence for Silver Linings Playbook, which I didn't see. Did you go see it?
Mike did last weekend. He said he really, really enjoyed it. He really loved it. So I'm intrigued now.
Well, it looks like it's a movie about crazy people, so I'd probably be intrigued by it too.
Yeah.
Because it looked pretty wild from the scenes.
It's like a mirror.
Yeah,
for you.
pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think I look like Bradley Cooper without the slick back hair.
What's really horrible?
Which everybody seemed to hate Bradley Cooper with slick back hair. The gays hated it. The women hated it. They're like, let it be free and flowing.
But how about the dreadlocks one when he was in that other movie?
Well, no, they were talking about him in a tux and being dressed up last night.
Last
Bradley
night?
Cooper.
Okay.
They were like, that's just too much. So.
It's too much.
So. But they all like Channing Tatum. He looked good. He did his little dance routine.
Yeah. He's pretty good.
Yes, he was pretty good. I was pretty impressed.
So you saw also Jennifer Lawrence had an accident.
Yes, she fell.
Yeah.
But with that big old train, I mean, it's kind of hard. But do you see who jumped up to try to help her out?
Who did? I didn't see.
Wolverine.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wolverine with the claws?
Hugh Jackman jumped up to help her out, but she'd already got up by that point. Because, she went down and, everybody was like,
why wasn't anyone helping her?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it happened so fast, and everybody's like, oh, crap. And then Hugh Jackman jumped up, and by that time, she'd gotten regained her stuff. But it ain't the first time that's happened. I mean, a couple people have fallen down going up the steps.
Oh, God.
I think, wasn't there a skit with, what's her name, the chick from...
Tina Fey?
No, with
Amy
Tina
Poehler?
Fey and the
Amy
big chick
Poehler?
from Identity Theft.
Oh, yeah. I forgot her name. But
Kathy McCarthy. Kathy McCarthy, is that her
I
name?
think so. I can't remember.
I think they did a spoof on it with all the women that got nominated or something for Best Comedy. But I think that was Golden Globes, and they fell down going up the steps and all kind of stuff as a spoof. So.
Oh my God! I can't believe people.
So, but I mean, it happens. The big dresses, those slick floors, those high heel shoes, everything. Everybody was very well dressed last night. I liked Halle Berry's dress; it was very nice.
She was nice. But how about this one that's really all squarey? I didn't like that one.
Oh, that was the one, the Christian Dior that. See, I'm so gay.
Oh my God!
I'm so gay. See what
Christian
watching RuPaul does to you. Christian Dior that
oh my God!
What's her name? Charlize Theron was in.
Charlize Theron. She was. I didn't like.
I think it was a Christian Dior dress because it's very cut up, but it looked very good on her because she had the short hair and she's got that figure. But everybody looked good last night. There wasn't any really things like last night. So I guess people are starting to figure it out. So
how about Adele's?
See, Kathy McCartney walked down that big gray thing that she had on that I was like, it's nice, but look at Adele. I mean, she walked down in that black dress. She's a full-figured woman, too.
Yeah.
She's a big girl. And she walked down that nice, very dress, and it made her look very good.
Yeah.
All sparkly and everything.
The very hot boyfriend.
Well, yeah, she got his picture showing back here somewhere.
Yeah, it should be coming up. I don't know if it's coming up.
But, then, of course, moving on, Best Director winner was Ang Lee for Life of Pi, which I still hadn't seen.
Oh, here's one. It's
there he is, yeah. He's a burr.
He's a burr. Adele's boyfriend.
There's a bird and two chasers.
Yeah.
So
that was an old picture. Anyway, so yeah, Life of Pi. You haven't seen it? I've seen it. It's pretty good.
Seen it. I figured I'd wait for it to come out on DVD and watch it. So
it
won for special effects.
It won for special effects. It did,
yes.
Yeah. If you look at it, really, it's really beautiful. I mean, how it was made. It's awesome.
And I guess it's supposed to be like a dream sequence type.
Yes, it is. It does look like it. Yeah. So I enjoy that. I watched it with Mike before.
Go see it. Yeah. So. And then, of course, one of the big things is, how do you say this kid's name? Quasavaline?
Kuvezan Wallace.
Okay.
Wallace.
Tweeted says that the Onion apologized today because
Kuven Zane. Anyway.
yeah. But anyway, the chick from Beast of the Southern Wild, the little 9-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Somebody from the Onion tweeted. Everyone else seems afraid to say it, but that Quaveen Wallace is kind of a cunt, right? Oscars 2013, and I was like, and of course the original tweet did not censor the slur, and then of course this morning the Onion apologized to the girl, to the Academy, and everything for whoever at the Onion that publicized. But I'm like, why are you calling a 9-year-old girl a cunt?
I know, right?
I mean, what did she do? She was happy to be there. She got nominated, from what I've seen, because I haven't seen all the movies
She's
yet.
showing the guns all the time.
That's right. She's like, because she the man.
Yeah, she's the man.
So, and I want to go see the movie because I hadn't had a chance. I mean, most of the Oscar movies I hadn't seen this year because I just hadn't had a chance. So, but I was like, how dare you call a 9-year-old girl a cunt?
I know. That's the Onion, right? Well, the Onion is really a
spoof type thing. But still, that's
inappropriate.
That's inappropriate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
you don't call little girls cunt.
And then and then of course Paperman, which was the Oscar winner for shorts film. Christina Reed, who was a producer, got kicked out because she was making paper airplanes and throwing them during the show.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well, I think in Paperman they fold them up, and they kiss them, and then throw. That's how the guy gets to the girl or something, or gets them interested. Didn't you see the shorts?
No, I don't remember.
Didn't you go with them to see all the shorts that were?
Oh yeah, we did. So that was. Oh, you remember now? I remember now. Yes, I remember now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what they did. The movie, and she was doing it where she was kissing them and throwing them to different people.
It kept flying, and then it would fly through alleys, and then it reached the guy at some point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, she got asked to leave. They slapped her hand and said, "You can come back in after about 10 minutes." So, but I thought it was kind of funny they dragged her out because of that. So.
That must be interesting.
And of course, and I heard on the radio today that apparently there's bad blood between Chris Brown and what's his
Rihanna?
Name? No. the gay guy from NSYNC.
Joey Fatone.
Joey Fatone's not gay.
He's not gay?
Bass. Lance Bass.
Bass.
There's some drama with them, and they were at Elton John's party last night because he does a big after party after the Oscars, and it's a big deal, and all these people come, and it's like $35,000 a table and all this kind of stuff because it all goes to the AIDS Foundation and everything. But apparently, Lance Bass was talking to Elton John, and somebody snuck up behind him and said, "Chris Brown is right behind you." And they were joking about it on his talk show today, and he was like, "Oh, I just walked off. It wasn't worth it." He said, "Do you really want to get in a fight at one of Elton John's parties? Can you say Hollywood suicide?"
Oh yeah.
So that was pretty interesting. So
Lance Bass, Elton John.
So I'd like to know what the dirt is on that. So if anybody knows, because I haven't heard anything.
And George Takei was there too.
I did not see George Takei.
I think I saw a picture of him. He had about $6 million donated to the AIDS funds or something. It's
Katniss Kirk was there too. So George Takei should have been there. What did you think about Seth MacFarlane hosting?
Okay, Seth MacFarlane, he did okay. And then he did a lot of lowball jokes.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, below the belt
stuff. I liked the whole thing where he did the dancing and the singing.
Yeah.
If he'd have done that, I think he'd impress the hell out of everybody. Mm-hmm. But he went back to being Seth MacFarlane, where he was doing the racial jokes and this, that, and the other. The boobs, the whole opening sequence, we could have done without.
Yeah, that was too long.
It was too long. Nobody thought it was funny.
Not too many.
And then the Oscars went over about 30 minutes hour last night. Mm-hmm. It was running long because we didn't leave Hakeem's until after 11.
We didn't even get to watch Walking Dead. It's too late.
I watched it because I went home and watched it, but. Anyway.
You have watched it?
Yeah.
So, damn it, I haven't seen it yet.
They all die and become zombies.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So we'll see if he's back next year. I doubt it. I think the joke is that it's going to be the two from the Golden Globes, which I didn't get to see this year because I totally forgot to record them. So.
Okay. So. Anyway, let's move on before we run out of time.
Okay. All right. Said every month we do our movie thing, so here it is. Kind of leading into the Oscars, and I don't think any of these are going to make the Oscars, but because they're coming out at this time of the year. They're usually not Oscar contenders. So
They're not. Not at
They're
all.
not.
Of course not.
but March 1st, we got Jack the Giant Slayer, which is the retelling of Jack the Beanstalk. They've been showing commercials left and right about it. I hope it's good as they lead it on to be. 21 and over looks hilarious. That's where the two guys take the little Asian kid and party with him on his 21st birthday.
Oh, really?
Yes, it looks pretty wild.
Okay.
It looks almost like a college hangover type movie.
Okay.
The Last Exorcism Part 2 comes out.
How could it be the last exorcism if it's part 2? So
Well, the
part
first
one is
one,
Last
and the
Exorcism.
first one they didn't get her exorcised because the demon was still around,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
Wasn't really the
And,
last.
and then a movie that's coming out in limited release is called The Frankenstein Theory, and it's about a professor that gets discredited for something, but he goes to the Arctic to try to prove that there are some real basics about something based on Frankenstein, the whole book that was written. Mary Shelley wrote about it, that something actually happened, and it's supposed to be kind of like goes along those lines. So we'll see but it sounded interesting when I read it. Of course, March
1st, this Friday.
That's Friday. Yeah, it's a bunch. There's 1, 2, 3, at least 3 good movies going out on Friday.
Okay.
March 8th, Oz the Great and Powerful comes out. So that looks like it's going to be pretty good. The previews have been great, so hopefully it will live up to the hype. Dead Man Down, which is the new one with Colin Farrell,
Oh, okay.
is coming out. That'll be that. March 22nd, that I've seen some advertising for is Olympus Has Fallen, which is about the President of the United States gets taken hostage in the White House by terrorists. And it's how they deal with that. So the Croods, which is an animation about cavemen, and then Admission, which is the Tina Fey movie.
Oh, Tina Fey.
About that she's doing with what's his cute name? The cute guy. What is his name?
Oh, no.
I can't remember his name. But anyway,
I've never seen it. I've never seen it in the previews.
So.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the one I'm really looking for is on March 29th, G.I. Joe Retaliation.
So this is with Bruce Willis, right?
Bruce Willis, and I think The
Who's
Rock.
he supposed to be?
He's like a general somebody. I don't know.
Good
So.
Lord.
But
What
I think
does he
The
have to
Rock's
dip
in
into
there.
Yeah, The Rock's in. Channing Tatum's still there, right?
I think so.
He has to be. He's
one of the main characters.
One of the main characters.
So, Tyler Perry's Temptations coming out. And then another Twilight book that's written by the same person. The Host is coming out, which looks very interesting.
He wrote that too?
She wrote that too.
Oh, she wrote that too?
Yeah,
Okay.
she wrote that. So.
The Host.
So that's the movies coming out from March that that look pretty good, or the big ones that actually be worth going and seeing. There's a lot of stuff coming out the month of March that is in limited release.
Mm-hmm.
So check your local papers. There might be some better stuff out there. So, you ready to take a break?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Before
that's right,
before we
got
go
events.
take a break, we're gonna do events for bear events for this month, for this coming few months. Of course, TBRU, we're not gonna be there, but then the one that I'm gonna be there also is Dave and I are gonna go at is at Drenched Fur. So Drenched Fur is on April 4th to 7th. It's in Erie, Pennsylvania, and a couple of Chicago guys, my friends there, Devin and the others, are gonna be there. So I'm excited to see them, and it's gonna be in a different hotel called the Avalon Hotel. I think that's where
It's the
we're
original
staying.
hotel.
It's the original hotel. Where was it before? Like a Crown Plaza? I can't remember. But then we're back to the old one. Back to the original one, the Avalon Hotel. So April 4 to 7, they have the Splash Lagoon that Saturday night, and we're excited to do that again and enjoy the wave pool. And we had
pool kicked my ass last year.
really.
Yes, I was wore out by the time I was out of there.
Oh, really? So I think it was last episode when we had Gary on, right? Yeah. So
Gary the trader that's doing his own podcast now. Apparently.
yeah, Gary, let us know how that goes, okay?
Yeah, Gary, let us know.
Ray at BearPodcast.com.
So anyway, we also got Bear Watch coming up on May 17th through 19th in Galveston, Texas, as y'all can tell. If you want to go sign up, register for Bear Watch, you can go to www.bearwatch.net. Rest of it's going to be a fun weekend. Friday night it's going to be laid back, cruise around Galveston night, and then Saturday we got day at the beach, and then Saturday night we got the world famous pool party in Foam Pit. So
Foam Pit, yes.
that's right. Prices go up March 1st, so if you're going to get registered soon at the lower price before it goes up on March 1st.
So that's bearwatch.net, and as for Drenchfur, it's drenchfur.com if you want to register.
Con los terroristas.
And do the Harlem Shake.
You know what we forgot to talk about?
That's right, Barbara Streisand's
Barbra
performance. How can we not be gay and not talk about Barbara Streisand?
I know, it's the gayest ever. It's the gayest Oscars ever. We got Barbra Streisand, and later on they had Kristen Chenoweth.
Yes.
That's even gayer, even.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just and of course Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
Is he gay?
On June 15th, he will be.
July 15th? July 2014?
Or 2015, I think. That's what it was, is June of 2015.
Oh, really?
That's what Kirk said.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
Because there was some thing about the gay men's chorus there being back, because they backed up for Adele as well. Did you notice
Yes,
that?
they did, yeah.
The gay men's chorus backed up for her, and then
That's gay, too.
and Seth MacFarlane made a comment about the gay men's chorus, and Captain Kirk said, well, according to my records, on June 2015, you'll be there, you'll be singing with them too.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah, let's see how when Seth MacFarlane will come out.
So, okay. Are we ready to go into the gay, the not so gay, the geek and the bizarre?
Okay, they're not so gay.
Because we were pretty gay with the Oscars.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
you want to take the first one? Because
take the
the
first
first
one.
one's going to lead into the second. Because we got two gays this week.
All right.
Two gays around the world.
U.S. asks Supreme Court to strike down law denying benefits to same-sex couples. The Obama administration urged the Supreme Court on Friday to throw out a section of a 1996 federal law that prohibits recognition of same-sex marriage. The brief was filed Friday in United States versus Windsor, a case challenging Section 3 of the Defense of Marriage Act, or DOMA, the law that legally declares marriage to be only between man and a woman. That section allows state and federal authorities to deny benefits to same-sex couples that are commonplace for heterosexual couples, like insurance for government workers and Social Security survivors benefits. So, oral arguments. Yes. I like the oral. Oral arguments are scheduled on March 27th. So we'll see on March 27th if the Supreme Court strikes us down.
Yep. So now leading into that, this leads on to our gay number 2 that I found. Gay Americans pay more taxes for fewer rights. And this is based a story by Susie Orman on a special thing to CNN, but I kind of paraphrased a lot of it. The 9 states and the District of Columbia have legalized same-sex marriage, is encouraging progress for those of us who believe that everyone deserves to have basic civil rights. But even if every state in the country could pass a similar legislation, it would not be enough. What we need is for our government to step up and make the basic right a law of the land, which kind of reads back as what they're saying about DOMA. Mm-hmm. Beyond the social discrimination, the refusal of our federal government to legally recognize same-sex marriages imposes deep, steep financial penalties on same-sex couples. That 2 of the most costly penalties are triggered upon the death of one partner just adds to the ache of the senseless discrimination. Mm-hmm. If the federal government recognized same-sex marriage, then when one of us dies, our assets would seamlessly transfer free of tax to the survivor. That's the basic right that every heterosexual married couple has. Yeah. So, you and Mike have this house in your name. Mm-hmm. When you die, if y'all were legally married and the government recognized it, the house would go directly to him.
That's right.
Because y'all are a married couple, all assets pretty much go to you unless there's a will that changes that. Mm-hmm. So,
but now what?
And you don't have to pay taxes on it.
That's right. But now the only way to get around it is you have to spend probably a big amount of money just to make legal papers to handle inheritance or what do you call this? Contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To handle all that.
Yeah,
but you still have to pay inheritance tax on it.
Oh yeah.
So that's the big thing that you have to pay. Because in one of the cases they gave it here, 2 lesbian couples had been together for 40 years. When one of them died and everything went to the other lesbian, she had to come up with almost like $300,000 worth of inheritance tax.
Wow.
So, because you got to look if they must have had a couple $1 million properties in California, or depending on what they did or the lifestyle they had or whatever, because there wasn't legal they wasn't legally recognized as a married couple, then they didn't have those rights, so they had to pay taxes on it.
So you're saying if you're married, it just goes to the spouse.
Yeah, you don't have to pay taxes.
How about this one? What if both of you are in the mortgage? Then it would go to the other too, right?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Well, I know in Texas you have to put with the right of survivorship on the deed. If it's not on the deed, it doesn't automatically happen. So you always have to request that on the deed it says with the right of survivorship. So, but because there's no federal recognition of same-sex marriage, if you're talking about her, if I die first or vice versa before either of us can inherit what is now jointly our assets, there would be a federal estate tax bill that one would currently have to pay. Again, to be clear, if we were a heterosexual married couple, there would be no estate tax regardless of the size of the estate or who died first. There's another penalty that's even worse. Regardless of the size of their estates, every gay couple is discriminated against when it comes to Social Security benefits. Married heterosexual couples can maximize their Social Security retirement benefits by taking advantage of the highest earner's benefit. When both spouses are alive, the lower earner can opt to collect a monthly benefit check that is equal to 50% of his or her spouse's benefit. For married couples, that 50% spousal benefit is often much higher than what the lower wage earning spouse could collect based on his or her own earnings record. Most important, when the higher earner dies, the surviving spouse is allowed to collect 100% of the deceased higher benefit.
So this happens for heterosexual couples.
Heterosexual couples. Now I got a good example of this. My grandparents. My grandfather remarried to Cora, who's my step-grandmother. Cora had a son that was disabled. He had Down syndrome, my Uncle Jimmy. Well, even though he was in his 40s, he was on disability, and he got money from Social Security through his dad.
Through his dad, who was married.
Had been married to his mother.
Yeah.
When she remarried my grandfather, they were able to move him up and get him more money because they were using my grandfather as the match. And I don't know how they did that since he wasn't his legal dad or whatever, but because he was married to his mother and they were his legal guardians, they're able to do that. And when my grandfather died, Cora was able to get his earnings, which was more than what her dead husband's had been. So she was able to move up. So that's how that works. So like if you and Mike, when y'all retire, say if you make more money than Mike, he can come in on his Social Security if they approve the same-sex marriage part. He could come in and get up to half of what you're getting on your Social Security.
Okay.
Or you could do vice versa, depending on who makes the more money. Okay. And then when one of y'all dies, whoever is left can get that full amount.
Yeah. Okay.
So like if you were getting, like if you were the higher earner and you got $1,500 a month Social Security, and Mike got $500, I think he could get up to $1,000. I think that's right. Okay. And then after you die, he can move up and get $1,500. Now, if I'm explaining that wrong, somebody call in and say that I'm doing it wrong. But that's the way I understand it. Okay. That's the way Sue sees it. You know.
Still, that's clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that's some things that if the DAMA thing is kicked out by the Supreme Court, and the government recognizes same-sex marriages in states that offer them, then the people are covered. So it's going to be interesting to see if all that happens, because there's a lot, depending on the Supreme Court this year, whether they'll take these cases or kick them out or not decide on them. So
that'd be interesting to know.
So it'll be pretty interesting.
We'll see what happens. March 27th. Let's see.
Yeah,
next month.
Well, it starts next month, but the whole thing about the DAMA kicking it out and a whole bunch of other stuff there's a couple other big cases that's in there too. So,
it has to
like the California thing, law about
Prop 8.
Prop 8 about kicking that out and everything. All that's before the Supreme Court if they'll take it on. So now we're done with the gay. Hey.
Let's do the geek.
The geek. You can do the geek.
Okay. Facebook building cold storage for its users. So Facebook is building a vast new cold storage facility in the U.S. to archive all the messages photos, and other postings that its over billion users do not need every day but want to retain for future reference. A 16,000 square foot data center under construction in Prineville, Oregon, is designed to provide a more efficient home for older and less popular material. My God, even if it's an old picture of us at the Renaissance Festival, it's going to be there. Like this one.
Once Facebook's got you, they ain't letting you go.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's put out there on the internet, it's gone. You've lost it.
Yeah. The new cold storage facility will join 2 existing data centers in Prineville. The Oregonian reported. Oregonian? Oregonian.
It's
Their
a
newspaper. Facebook knows you might want to see your old photos again someday, or scroll back through your timeline to revisit your posts as an online diary. But storing all those pictures and keeping them immediately available takes a lot of space. Not in the physical sense, but in the virtual. That means lots of hard drive space, lots of storage, and lots of energy. So that's why they're doing that data center out there. And it's understandable. They even though it's there, they can mine data from it.
But you know what's going to happen eventually? Somebody's going to die, and there's going to be their Facebook funeral. And you're going to be able to have a projection at a funeral, and it's going to be showing all their posts and pictures on Facebook and all this crap. It's coming. It's going to happen. I predict it. It's predicted here first, folks.
Okay.
Zuckerberg's going to monopolize it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, okay, here's a good bizarre. Moving on to the bizarre. Horsemeat scandal grows more serious and more bizarre. So, hopefully we don't have to deal with this problem here in the U.S., but there's some iffy stuff about this too here in the U.S. from what I'm reading.
Okay.
All right, this is from London. As European governments struggle in vain to draw a line under the scandal over horse meat being sold as beef, the affair seems only to be widening in some bizarre ways. 2 German politicians, for instance, suggested over the weekend that one practical use for tainted products such as the tens of thousands of packs of lasagna pulled from supermarket shelves because they contain horse meat would be to distribute them to the poor.
Oh.
So let them eat horse.
Let them eat horse meat.
Yes.
Okay.
So, post written by the ITH Page 2 columnist. The idea began with Hartwig Fischer, a lawmaker from Chancellor Angela Merkel's Christian Democratic Union, who told the mass circulation Bild Zerting newspaper on Saturday that products shouldn't just be thrown away. To prove his point, he was photographed and filmed eating one of the offending lasagna meals and declaring that he could not tell the difference between any other lasagna. So basically he's saying they put horse meat in it, I can't tell it, feed it to the poor. We shouldn't throw all this food away.
Oh,
he should have said, they could send it to Ethiopia.
But it's still horse meat.
It's still horse meat. So
it's got to be lean though. It's horse.
I don't know. I've never had horse meat, or at least I don't think I've ever had horse meat. So.
I don't think I've.
I know it's big
before.
Overseas because the U.S. exports a lot of horse meat, and it goes to Arab nations and stuff because they eat it.
We don't eat it here.
Not that I know of. I don't think it's kind of frowned upon because horses are looked more as pets.
As pets.
Than cows are. We raise these cows there for beef production, and that's it. That's how it seems. So
I used to ride this horse, but now I'm eating it. Yeah, that's what I gotta say.
It's Soylent Green, people. It's Soylent Green. The idea did not meet with universal approval. The Social Affairs Minister, Ursula von der Leyen, called it absurd. Some said transferring food without knowing the origin or nature of its ingredients could be illegal. And Andrew Nels, General Secretary of the opposition, Social Democrats, called the very notion an insult to people with low incomes. Mm. So, but other nations are lining up to demand greater regulation of what goes in their processed food. On Monday, inspectors in the Czech Republic said they found horse meat in the signature meatballs made in Sweden for IKEA furniture group.
Oh my God, I eat
Not
that!
just food, but also a national emblem.
The
meatballs were distributed in Czech Republic, Britain, Portugal, Netherlands, and Belgium. IKEA said, reflecting gravity of the crisis and likelihood that it will spread much further.
Wait a second.
See, this is where I said we might have had horse meat.
Oh my God!
Because we've eaten at IKEA before.
I've eaten their meatballs there. Before. So you're saying they have horse meat?
IKEA? That they could have had horse meat.
Oh my God! I've eaten horse. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's why I go with the chicken strips. I guess that's why Julio eats chicken strips where he goes because it's kind of hard to fake out chicken meat. I guess.
How about frog legs? It tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Rabbit tastes like chicken. Have you
Oh.
tried rabbit before?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't had it in so long. I don't know how it tastes. So
Okay.
anyway.
It's pretty good.
But there you go.
Oh my god. I can't. That's why you brought this up.
That's right.
To traumatize me that I may have eaten
By
horse.
tomorrow, he's going to be calling the doctor sick because he thinks he's eating tainted horse meat or something.
This
So,
is gonna sound like. Anyway, okay, so that's the gay, the geek, and bizarre. Now let's go to the audience comments. Okay, this is from Bling and Tom. His comment on the video, episode 376, 4th of July pool party. He says, this is from probably last year, 2 years ago. Probably
Probably.
2 years ago.
yeah.
Anyway, he says, hook me up with Toby. Yes, this is our friend Toby. He's a big Bubba Bear.
Are we talking about Toby L?
Yes.
Oh.
Toby
Well,
L.
Bling Tom, are you a chaser?
Are you a chaser?
Are you well endowed? Because that's how you get hooked up with Toby. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
Just saying. If you are, send pictures and I'll forward them to him and we'll
Yeah.
get you hooked up if you're in
Email us your picture and
That's
we'll
right.
send it to him and see if he's interested. Okay.
So, but I know he likes chasers and well endowed.
Okay.
So,
God, you're revealing too much. Okay, comment on the video Harlem Shake at Bear Yoga by Luke M. So the main guy in Bronco's shirt, the one with the 74, and the Angry Birds danced the best and looked great, sexy. So yeah, we have.
yeah, because we know
our
Dave didn't
fans.
have no rhythm. But now here's the deal. Here's the deal about that Harlem Shake video.
Okay.
My mom saw Rob, which is number 74, and she thought it was me.
Are you sure it was not you?
No, well, I wasn't there. I was at Robbie's dad's 87th birthday party. That's why I wasn't in the video. But she was like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "No, Mother. Well, I hadn't seen you in years." And I'm like, "It's only been a year, Mother.
I'm not gonna get that. Okay.
Don't be trying that here."
Mom, it's not
So-
that big. But anyway, so it was fun. I mean, I hope it goes more viral. It's good. I mean, if we did that probably a week earlier, it would have
Yeah,
been
if we'd been a little bit snappier on the Harlem Shuffle,
Yeah.
Harlem Shake,
Harlem Shake, Harlem Shuffle,
Harlem Shuffle. That's the next one, the Harlem Shuffle.
the Harlem Shuffle. We could
So-
do the Harlem Shuffle, dude. We could do that. But anyway, okay. So that's that's it.
That's it
Our
that's
our
our show.
stories and comments. Well, this week. So do we plan to watch one of these movies?
What? I think Beast of the Southern Wild is out on DVD already. So
Already?
I think so. I think
Okay.
I saw it somewhere because I thought. "Ooh, I
But how
wonder-"
about we have to watch G.I. Joe Retaliation, but that's next month.
Yeah.
This coming March 1st is the Jack the Giant Slayer, 21 and over, The Last Exorcism, The Frankenstein Story.
I'll definitely go see The Last Exorcism because I saw the first one.
I don't even remember if I've seen that. Did we watch it?
I can't remember. I
Wait a
know
second.
I know I went with somewhere, but if I remember, it's the one where the little girl is out and they're in a southern Alabama town, and the guy tries to save her, and she ends up being the devil,
Okay.
and they think it's the dad that's doing it because he's like the religious priest, and the whole reason he's been keeping her locked up is because he's trying to keep her away from everybody.
Okay, so you could watch this.
That doesn't bother me.
That doesn't matter. But massacre movies, you can't.
No, massacre movies with children massacring people, that bothers me.
Okay. With children, what? Massacred children or children massacring?
people.
The children are the one massacring. Okay. That's the one that
Yeah.
bothers you.
Yeah.
But if it's a devil and scary and stuff like that,
No.
that doesn't scare you. Okay. It's kind of weird. Ray's got.
So like Freddy Krueger and slasher movies, all that. Now like Final Destination, I watched the first movie and that's the only one I ever watched.
Really?
Because it kind of freaked me out, that whole predestined thing.
Oh, really?
I couldn't get down with that. No, so I haven't watched any more since then.
That's one of those. The Last Exorcism is going to be like that. This is going to be Last Exorcism Part 2 now. Final Destination. How many are they now? About 5?
69 or something. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. There's a lot of Final Destinations. It's final. And then this one's the Last Exorcism.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. When are these going to stop?
Who knows? But it should be interesting.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
So
Do you think I can watch Last Exorcism without watching the first one?
I don't know. I think you've seen it. I think once you've seen it.
I may have seen it.
I
I'm
think
not
y'all
sure.
see if it's on Netflix. It's probably on Netflix by now.
You know what? That's one thing I don't want to do here. Watching horror films at night.
By yourself.
By myself. if ever I'm gonna watch a horror film, I'm gonna watch it in the afternoon and then party all night, so I would forget about it and then go to sleep sound. Because sleeping right after a horror film, I don't think I wouldn't do that. I don't want to do that. Or maybe the first thing I do when I wake up, I watch a horror film when I wake up, so I can forget about it the whole day, so I don't have to worry about it. Anyway, okay, so yeah, let's do something this weekend.
Okay.
Maybe Friday, but because Mike arrives Friday, he leaves. We're gonna be busy this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'll be busy.
yeah, really busy. Thank you everyone for watching or listening. If you want to contact us, send your emails to show@bearpodcast.com.
Or you can call and leave us a message on the voicemail line at 206-222-2327. That's 206-222-BEAR. Give us a call and leave us a message, and we'll play it on the show.
Yes, and subscribe via iTunes, Vimeo, and YouTube, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And go to the official website at bearpodcast.com. Thank you everyone for watching or listening, and we'll catch you guys next week. Many moves and many hugs.
Woof, what a bear. Podcast your ass. Woof, what a bear.